Shweta Chakraborty, who's a risk and behavioral expert. So let's walk through these three scenarios and what each would look like. First, we could, in theory, kill the virus. What would need to happen for that?
Right. Well, I know you want to walk through the scenarios, and I don't want to, jump right to the punchline, but ultimately this is going to most likely be a virus that ends up endemic, and it's something that we adapt and learn to live with. Because the other options are not the nature of this COVID-19. This is not mutating as quickly as influenza type viruses do. So that's the good news, in that we are going to likely come up with a solution that is much more consistent over time. We won't have to come up with vaccinations that change every year to year to keep up with the flu because of how quickly the flu virus mutates. So in that sense, it's good, but it's not going to play out like some of the viruses we're hoping that did in the past. Like Ebola, for example, was so deadly that it fizzled out. It killed its host, and ultimately we were able to see it and contain it. And it's also not like the Spanish flu, where another virus replaced it. So those environmental and biological approaches that we were hoping might just naturally result in the end of COVID-19's life cycle is looking less and less likely. Therefore, it's one of those that we're going to have to adapt to.
Well, the treatment that's getting the most attention right now is the antiviral remdesivir. The FDA issued an emergency use authorization to try and treat severely ill patients. And Dr. Fauci spoke really positively about remdesivir this week. What are your thoughts?
So this is proving useful to reduce the amount of time that people are exhibiting symptoms, especially those who have more severe symptoms. It doesn't appear to have any sort of result in limiting the number of fatalities. So this really is a treatment protocol, and it's necessary that we figure it out because, again, this is going to be a virus that takes its place alongside all of the bacterial and viral pathogens that have become a part of the risk landscape that we coexist with. So we need to make sure we have those treatment protocols. That's great news. In terms of a vaccination, that is still something that we are looking into. And the takeaway really is that we can't forget how badly we wanted a vaccination ultimately, right? To reduce the susceptibility of the population to COVID-19. And I implore people not to forget that, because ultimately when a vaccine does become available, we cannot have the alarming rates of non-compliance the way we do for the seasonal flu vaccine.
Yeah, and you have the many anti-vaxxers who are out there who might not be taking the vaccine if and when it eventually comes.
Exactly.
Yeah, Shweta Chakraborty, thank you. Appreciate it.
And thank you for watching MSNBC Live. I'm Lindsay Reiser.